Chapter 2. How the Lord, in the state in which he had placed me, manifested to me the mysteries of the life of the Queen of Heaven. It seemed to me proper to preface this history with an explanatory chapter, describing and explaining once for all, as far as is given me and as far as I can, the manner in which the Lord manifested to me these wonders. Ever since I have had the use of reason, I was conscious of especially one blessing, which in my estimation is the greatest of all those bestowed upon me by God's liberality, namely, a great and penetrating fear lest I should lose him. And this moved and urged me on to strive after the better and more secure way, and to follow after it and implore it from the Lord day after day. He has wounded my flesh with the dart of fear of his judgments, and I live continually in the dreadful thought, have I perhaps lost the friendship of the Most High, or am I still in his friendship? My bread day and night have been the tears which this fear has drawn from my eyes. On account of this dread, since it is more necessary than ever that the friends of the Lord should practice their virtues in secret and without ostentation, I have in these latter times begun to send up earnest and heartfelt prayers and petitions to the Lord, asking also the intercession of the Queen and Virgin, that I may be guided and led along the secure paths hidden from the eyes of men. In answer to these repeated prayers, the Lord said, "Do not fear, soul, nor afflict thyself, for I will give thee a state of mind and show thee a path of light and security, which only its author himself could know of or even conceive. Whatever is exterior and dangerous shall leave thee today, and thy treasure shall be altogether hidden. Take care of it on thy part, and preserve it by a perfect life. I will direct thee towards a hidden path, unobstructed, unfailing, and pure. Walk thou in it." And presently I felt a change within me and a highly spiritualized state of mind. To my understanding was given a new light, which illuminated it and infused into it a knowledge of all things in God, and of his operations as they are in themselves, and as they are known and seen by God, according to the measure of his communication. It is a knowledge of light, holy, sweet, and pure, subtle, penetrating, sure and agile, causing love of good and hatred of evil. It is a breath of the power of God and an emanation of a most subtle light, which acts as a mirror for my understanding. Thus the higher faculties and the interior perception of my soul began to expand in their activity. For the object, by means of the light which flashed from it, showed itself to be infinite, though the perception of it remained limited and the understanding finite. It is a vision, as it were, of the Lord seated on a throne of great majesty, where, always within mortal limitation, I perceive his attributes distinctly. A veil which seems like purest crystal intervenes, through which the wonderful attributes and perfections of God appear distinctly and clearly perceptible. Yet this vision is not entire, immediate, or intuitive, or entirely free from obstruction, but always comes through a medium, which is nothing else than this crystalline covering above mentioned. The perception of that which it covers is not painful to the understanding, but is marvelous, because the mind is aware that what is perceived is infinite, and that the one who perceives is finite. The mind reposes in the hope of once possessing that which it perceives, and of once seeing the veil removed and the medium done away with, as soon as the soul shall have been freed from the mortality of the body. In this vision, there are 3 different ways or degrees, according to the different methods by which the divine will communicates it, and according to the dispositions of the human will. Sometimes he manifests himself more clearly, at other times less. At times, some mysteries are revealed to the exclusion of others of great importance. This difference is usually in accordance with the dispositions of the soul, for if the soul does not preserve itself in peace, or if it is guilty of some fault, no matter how small, it will not experience this vision in its fullness. In the one I have described, the Lord is perceived so plainly and so securely that there is not the least room for doubt. However, the conviction of the real presence of God in the vision always precedes and impresses itself upon the mind before one understands fully that which His Majesty speaks. And this knowledge produces a pleasing constraint, powerfully and efficaciously urging the soul onward to love, serve, and obey the Most High. In this vision, great truths are made clear, how estimable virtue is, and what a valuable treasure is its exercise and preservation. The beauty and security of virtue is exhibited and a powerful impulse given toward the good, while a hatred and disgust toward evil and all disorderly inclinations fills the soul, very often entirely subduing them. As long as the soul enjoys this vision and does not lose it, it will never be conquered, because it gives life, security, fervor, and joy. Strongly and lovingly it calls and urges the soul onward, gives it lightness and alertness, and establishes the superior part of the being firmly above the inferior. Even the body becomes agile and spiritualized during such times, freeing itself from its grossness and weight.